Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the draw. I'm just getting things prepared here. I should have had this done earlier, but I sort of had a bit of a delay in things today. But yeah, we're catching up. And now I realise, of course, that a lot of people who are participants in this competition will probably be asleep at this point. But oh well, what you gonna do? Okay, I just need to copy the database across. So, let's just, what am I doing? No, wrong. What is that? Nope. Yes, this is live. Okay. I just have to copy the database from my other machine now. Hopefully this will work. No. Ah. It's better. Okay. Well, let's see. Obviously, yeah. So we've got up for grabs. This is the phone repair Wera kit, and it comes with the tri-wing, comes with the pentalobe, comes with they're the two main ones, and then of course you have the suitable Phillips for the job and a bigger Phillips for things get a bit tougher. There's a flat blade in there, but I don't know anyone that uses too many flat blades unless you're someone like Jason Vilmer, and you can use that flat blade to flick off connectors rather than do what we all normally do, and that is to use a plastic spudger or fingernails. But Jason has a talent for being able to use a flat-bladed screwdriver without destroying phones, and he does that quite well. Alright, Steve K. And I haven't even had a chance to work on the oven controller from last night either. So I'm just going to give it another minute or so. Can't believe how long it took me just to get that oven controller working in a state that isn't actually the oven controller state. It's just a simple little hello world type thing. But at least from that we know we have a functional board and everything else, and we can now move forward, which is going to make things a lot easier. So how's everybody's Valentine's been? Mine's been quite good, thankfully. Okay, just put this to the side on the nice clean desk. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the console. Where am I? Overhead. Okay, I'm just going to add a terminal. Nope, not that one. This one. There you can see me typing in as I do it. There is the Electrostat, the ESD version as well, but yeah, that's not the ESD one. Is this Jim's having a right old wine? Must have been watching Lewis Rossman's video where everybody's been told to complain about things. Okay, so this is a SQLite database. 3, where Okay, select. And we only had 43 people, so not too many Australians living here. So if you were one of the entrants, you've got a pretty good chance. It's about better than 2%. That's actually pretty damn good. And I think I'm really going to have to introduce the drum roll thing because anticipation is part of the fun. Alright. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.9, 1.8, 1.5, 3, 2, 1, and it's Danielle Malago. Oh, good God! How can I not pronounce that? Malagoli, Danielle Malagoli. I'm not sure who Danielle Malagoli is. I'm not sure if she is a regular here. But here we go. We've got our winner. And it was one of the very first entrants too. Yeah, that's only the 5th entry there. And now I secretly move this window off to another place so that people can't see. And no more. Alright. I'm just going to check that their details are in fact legitimate. Select star from registrations where row ID equals 5. Okay, yeah. Okay, if the person's actually listed as in another country for the set, but I do recall someone emailing me to tell me that their registration would be from another country, so I'm gonna guess that this is actually that person. Nothing there. It's gonna be fun if we can't confirm this. If they're in Italy. Sounds like an Italian name. Nothing there. Yeah, okay, this one's, yeah, I hate it when this happens. I think we might have to do a redraw on this one. Because I really don't think that they are locals. A3X. Yeah, Miles, it's got the in on everything there. He seems to know all the names. Scritch, scritch, scritch. It's just going to be unfortunate if the person is legit. And yeah, that's just it, you know, it could be a person working in Australia. Daniel Laser. I'm just trying to see where they sit. Yeah, they're confirmed and everything. And of course I'm going to get in a big strife if it turns out they're legit. So I've got to, hey Wayne Taylor, I have to try and see if I can find that email that Yeah. Where? Okay. No. 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 Crap. You should add a box on the competition page where you can add your phone number and mobile. That's a good idea, John. I guess the reason why I didn't do that was because I don't want to be seen as collecting too much personal information off people. Like I know when, like I know when I'm putting in any information for a competition that I'm very disinclined to yield too much because it's too easy, particularly things like phone numbers now, because a lot of us use our phones as two-factor authentication devices and such. So you have a way of directly... Oh, I just realised I can just email them. I'm an idiot. I don't know how quick they're going to get back, but we'll see. Compose. Ugh, damn you. Jim, you're getting salty there. Uh, yeah, it's not a major prize, but at the same time I don't want to be in the situation where I have to end up yielding two sets of script, and they cost more than that here, probably due to freight, which is exactly why I don't send it to overseas. Just request an Aussie address. Yeah, it's maybe I should have put in. I think what I should do is actually request a postcode from them. So at least, but then I'm not going to be doing Australia or New Zealand limited competitions too many times. This is basically it. AI crafts. All right. Well, while I've got the email window open here, so hopefully we will see if it pops up. If they respond really quickly, then there's a chance that they're actually not in Australia. If we don't hear back from them towards the end of the stream, then I think we're going to have to redraw because it's too ambiguous at this point. So what I suggest we do in the meantime is we try and destroy ourselves with that oven controller. What's this Andrew saying? A mobile number. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I suppose I'm within my rights to ask for a mobile number for confirmation. I was just more thinking what I would personally, would consider email to be sufficient. And under normal circumstances, it probably would be for the fact that, okay, it's not a live draw, so it doesn't really matter. And most competitions are not publicized when they're drawing. Okay, we have to clean this up, and then clean... Oh, what is that? It better not be a dead transformer after all that. Did that potting get effed up? I can't work out whether that's a beast trying to come out or there was something under there like flux that got cooked. Kind of worried it's a beast trying to get out. Yeah, let's get our trolley. And actually I've turned the trolley the wrong way around. 180 degree turn, please. I took the handle off the trolley, that's why I don't know which way it went around. I'm kind of thinking that was an external, but wait, we've got this. I'm not sure what to expect. There is this bulging going on there. But it actually looks more genuine, like as in it's designed there. We'll see if it compresses when I press it. John Lockhart, what idea? Wait, you people think I actually read? Duplicate the page for international without postal. Yeah, I mean, that basically I removed it too many times. Yes, probably did. That. Let's see if it. Okay, no, it feels consistent with that. Yeah, John, I'm trying to make it so that it is a generic page that I can use. That's the whole point of it. And yeah, I can just add fields that I want or don't want. I try to just respect people's privacy until the point that they've actually got to get something from me, in which case then they get asked a whole bunch of questions. Why isn't the auto switcher working? Oh, no. No, it's weird. The switcher is working. Oh well. And it helps if you turn on the, what you call these things? Soldering iron? Yeah, turning them on really does help. I'd be very surprised if that bulge is from trying to remove it too many times. I would actually be sooner concerned that bulge is from a line fault when I had it in use before, as in something struck it down. It is on the primary side. Yeah, it's on the AC primary side. There's another sort of bulb, but yeah, it is kind of weird. And you're right, potting normally doesn't do that. But it also doesn't really look... Yeah, I'm confused. Hey, my repair. It's jump... Curious. Wonder what's going on here. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It shouldn't be doing that. It's behaving like there's a magnet somewhere. Okay, Control C. I'm just going to terminate that. We'll just have to do manual. I've got to find out what's going on there. There's a couple of possibilities. Yeah, the switch is working, but it's all over the place. Come on, beep, damn you. Oh. That's it. Oh, it only popped halfway. How much salt have I got in these holes? Clearly too much. Ah, yeah. Kind of helps if you take that off. I know it's out of focus. It'd be nice if we could get a surface mount version of this stuff. As in these mains to 5 volt or low voltage DC converters. It's definitely not a cheap Chinesium component, that's for sure. Those transformers are actually ludicrously expensive. It's probably going to end up being cheaper and easier for me to... although there are complications with what I'm about to propose, for me to just get a 5 volt wall wart, put it inside the case, yeah, stuff like that. Although I think you can actually get open frame ones now. There we go. Hey, Wayne's noob. Hey, Toast Tech. Let's see what the ohm ratings are on this. By the way, this is obviously it's switch mode, so it's not going to be what you'd consider normal values. Okay, so primary side is in the mega ohms, so that's useful. Secondary side or output is in the kilo ohms, so nothing's shorted and nothing's specifically open either. No, funnily enough, it would actually be less likely now to pick up the magnetic field because previously it ran fairly close to the fan system, but now the fan system's below the bench, so it's actually quite a bit of a distance from it. But I have a suspicion I know what it is. I suspect it may be the LED lighting controller, because what I've done is to make my life easier. This is always how bad things start. To make my life easier and to stop cables dragging everywhere, I placed the controller body onto the microscope right next to the compass chip. And I was sitting there thinking, you know what, Paul, the magnetics coming out of the controller are probably going to screw with the compass chip. And I was like, yeah, let it go, see how it goes. Expensive, cheap Chinesium. So this is a Meanwell brand, 47122. So yeah, 5 volts out, 2 3/4 watt. They're about $30–40 now. at least for me here in Australia, which is a tad frustrating, to be honest. So why you be so expensive? And I have a feeling I am actually going to need to strip the conformal coat off these sections and then slather it with leaded solder. Thought it would read much lower. If it was an actual transformer, yes it would. But because it's switch mode, no it won't. I kind of wish Big Clive was around. Big Clive could take one look at this and say, Paul, order your coffin. You're going to need it. Or you'd say, nah, I'll be okay. Fit a small RC snubber on primary input. Shouldn't need it because it will be built in. And I've also got this snubbed as well, so... And the load that I'm switching... Ah, damn it, overhead. Pardon me. It shouldn't need a snubber. There's a snubber in here already for the triac driving. This should have its own built-in snubber for the load. And I'm only switching resistive load, so I really should not need a snubber. And I'm not switching during partway through the phase. I am only switching at zero crossing. Anyway, okay. Well, at this stage I basically have to make a suicide lead, I think. Yeah. Not a huge fan of making suicide leads, but yeah, might have to. Actually, I probably shouldn't say such things on YouTube, I realise, because that will get misinterpreted for what I'm doing. And that's not going to be good. Okay. Now, if you're wondering why I use the term suicide lead, it's because when I used to work at the electronics shop, we would sell 3 pre-made flexes for the plug, and they would be bare wire at this end. So effectively it was very easy for you to do something very bad to yourself. Where's my snips? And yeah, hence the name, yeah, S-lead. I just realised I need to get another contraption too. Where are you? Aha. Ooh, right, looks like I'm not going to have to quite do that fearful thing. I do need some lead though. Email update. Let's do a refresh. Nothing. Still nothing. Yeah, Vladimir, that's it. That's all it was, yep. Okay, I bought one of these because I saw Big Clive using one of these, and I figured if he's using one of these, I've got a chance myself of safely not dying if I get one. And these are the original ones, I believe. These are the... I forget the brand name, what it was. Not for permanent or semi-permanent connection. I wonder what defines semi-permanent. Does that mean if you walk away from it, it's... but take it off the next day? Yes, Australia is 220. Which end should I chop? There. I've got so many of these leads. I've got like an endless supply of 3-core flex. Okay, I don't think we need it very long. Preferably we don't have it very long. So I'd say Yeah, about that long is probably good enough. Tasered your foot accidentally. That would hurt, yes. The black one is the black one's the heavier duty one, isn't it? Or is that the 3-phase one? I can't remember. Do not have the right surgical knife for this. Anyway, we're just going to get it started, and we're not going to actually use the wire at that portion. Hey, Rob Brown. Good to see you. Yeah, let's see if this works. Yes, 230, 50 hertz, that's correct. Okay, is this going to be... This is going to be difficult. Well, we're going to use the earth wire as the sacrificial wire. I do actually have proper strip. Yeah, I'm gonna need my proper strippers. My side cutters do not have that sort of cutting ability. Oh yeah, Paul, you really think you're gonna find your wire strippers in here? Kind of a sad little joke. Well, found bigger clippers though. Let's see, my 30-year-old toolbox might have it. No. Random bits and pieces in there, but not what I'm looking for. I think I know where it is. It is funny how your brain will progressively tell you where you think you last saw something. And then when you go and check it, it's like, oh wait, no, changed my mind. That's right, that's a false memory. Here's another false memory. I mean, a real memory for you. Yeah, go chase that one. And you go chase that one like a sucker. Honestly, it's like you're a Charlie Brown to your own brain. Yeah. I forgot I had all these goodies in here. Oh, even got a top quality... Yeah, okay. Come back to that later, Paul. I cannot find my brush, so I'm just going to do... Good God, how long has it been since I used these? I can barely remember how to use them. Right, all coming back to me now. Yeah, Wayne, yeah, the Sparky, it says, yeah, grab 2 wires, and the apprentice goes, okay, what next? And Sparky says, don't grab the other one. It's funnier if you know why. Actually, I didn't bother to check, how long do they recommend the length be on these wires? I'm going to guess a little bit longer than that, perhaps. Or is that fine? And how far in do I take it? So many questions. About the only thing I don't really like about these is they do leave a bit of a mark on the sheath. Always test with your tongue. I might not be able to get to tell you the story about that one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know whether I should be letting this clamp onto the wire or onto the insulation. I'm guessing by the fact that it's recessed like that, that it should be okay to let it grab onto the wire. 5mm is fine, great. I kind of like doubled that. Yes, Dennis, things have worked out great with the fan. Okay, these are way too long probably. I don't remember which one's input. Oh yes, this is input because I've got the varistor on it. And why did I not mark on here which one was active and which one wasn't? Not that it should matter, but I like to at least keep my standards. Clamp. Right, yeah, clamp on the wire. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Oh, congratulations on the official retirement coming up, Wayne. Right. Phillips head. Phillips. Kingdom for a Phillips. Cue the loud bang. That's a bit presumptuous. Okay, these are just a smidge long. Are you checking if the transformer still works? Yes, basically. So I'm going to back this one back out and trim it slightly. It's just ever so slightly. You can see the strands coming out from the terminal block. I am somewhat wondering though if I'm really genuinely considering redesigning this and using 10mm separated contact AC side. Right, we need the LCD panel. Now I know we didn't test with this one, but I'm hoping it should actually work. Crimp isolated bootlace ferrules. I do have them around somewhere. It's not a common item for me to have, so yeah, it's very rarely use ferrules. I think the last time I used them was yeah, well, a long time ago. Just going to check the Gmail. Make sure plugged into 3-phase. Okay. Okay, what's this? Oven driver. Oh, Steve, there's nothing wrong that I know of yet, by the way, with the driver. We got it all working last night. I was just using the wrong version of software for the task. That's all. Okay, let's just get this in here so we can have a classic kabang. I am legitimately going to wear safety glasses, so I'll weave back. I'll use them for mowing. Oh wait, I've got yellow ones. That makes it extra cool. Yes, this is, well, it's a mixture design. It's more a case of I put together various parts to make this. Okay, I got my yellow speckies on. Yellow is to help with the flash. See? Now, I take it, guide me if I'm doing this wrong. I'm plugging this into the mains. Now, as far as I know, I plug this in. Yeah, I've got no ground. I don't think the main thing. Oh no, my case actually does carry ground through, so yeah, it's okay. No electrolytes. You don't know. Have you not seen these things explode? I have had, especially baristas. I've seen them shattered up onto the underside of a case. Alright, so plug into the mains. Turn on the mains. Okay, we are live. It's kind of scary, I gotta admit. And here we go. Ha! It worked. Oh, that is cool. There we go. Sweet mercy. Damn you, Lewis Rossman. Damn you to hell. Okay, so this is just... You can undo that. That's cool. Now, some of you are wondering why... Yeah, I was about to say the reason why it kept going is because this device will be maintaining some storage. Put a light bulb in series with it. Why? This is much more entertaining than it should be. Yeah, I really am not skilled enough to be messing around with this stuff. So that's why I bought one of these, because like I said, it seemed like a safe thing to do. And by the way, I've left it upside down for those in the northern hemisphere. Okay. It'll end up looking like a spent match. I don't want that. Especially considering I'm not really much of a hothead myself. Checking. Still nothing on the email. Alright. Okay, we'll move to the next phase of this. Okay, disconnect from the power. I do have some RCD switches for the individual inputs, but I basically stopped using it because they were getting a bit old and I wasn't sure. As far as I know, with those sort of RCD switches, I'm supposed to change them every 10 or 15 years. These are the wall-based ones, not the ones that go into your mains box. Okay, so we know that works. So now we can actually flash this with the correct source code for what we want, which means I'm going to have to do some programming. And you can watch too if you want. If you're worried, get a mains isolation. I have looked at them, but I didn't really go with that. Plus they can lead to their own issues as far as I understand. It seems when I was reading up on all the options for safety with regards to working on mains, it seems like there was always, no matter what option you picked, apart from not doing anything with it, there was always a gotcha situation. Hey Jessica Electronics Repair, I am making a oven controller so that I can dry my recently washed ultrasonic MacBook boards. Now I already have a working model. This is a version 2 or whatever, where I've consolidated everything, because my version 1 model is from 15 years ago. So this is version 1 from 15 years ago, and I'm trying to make version 2. I did not blow the house box, no. I just knew something was going to miss. I went out there and I could smell something was burning. and that's when they found out it was the primary master switch, all 80 amp capability of it. Yeah, can't blame me for that. Okay, I need to get this window up. Just realised if I did that, what I was about to do, it would have revealed too much information. Okay, here we go. Come on, upline. Yep, that's it. JCT, never underestimate the power of my ability to be stupid. Okay. It's going to be easier for me to just switch over to schematics. Okay, that's better. Okay. So it looks like up here, I just want to go. Oh, I hate it how that happens. That we don't need anymore. Likewise, we don't need that. Let's see. All this stuff here we don't need because we're not using the serial-based display system. This is kind of redundant on the first loop, but not sure why I'm clearing that there. But since I'm clearing it, I have to. The easier thing for me would have been to replace the contents of these functions, but I'm just going to leave it for now. That's there is just testing to see if the button's been pressed. Not sure why it's been sent twice. It was obviously to deal with some sort of issue maybe that I had with the serial version. I feel like these are redundant. Okay, that's it. That's everything, I think. Seems good. I'm just testing to see that it actually codes. Yeah, I didn't think so. Mine was an 80 amp one. This is just C, plain old C. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't like doing the make files this way, but we're gonna have to, because, oh, I know. Right. See if that works. That's better. Yep. Okay, now I can plug it in. Just shrink that window a bit. There we go. Where's my programmer? Oh, naturally I'll put things away, of course, because I'm a responsible person keeping my workbench clean. What a foolish idea. Okay. See, and I know I'll put my cable that I couldn't find last night up here. I upgraded, well, I changed the hard drive on this machine too. Are you connected? Okay. Popped it up to a 500 gig NVMe, so that's good. And I also managed to get a USB card in there with USB-C port, because I couldn't find, I've got a hair on my nose. With this particular motherboard, it's got the new Type E, Key A, or whatever connector, which is like the 30-pin USB-C, not USB-C, USB 3 blue plug in terms of data transfer, but it's a far more compact unit. But I can't find any suitable adapters that will go from that to a USB-C port on the back. There's a couple, but they're ugly and I don't like the look of them. I know it sounds silly, but when people put okay, I've got to think about what I'm doing here. Protruding screw heads on the back plate, and it's a little bit too close to where the possible plug plastic will be. It's like, I don't want to use that, man. I don't want to spend $20 on something that I'm not going to like. Sudo make program 1, 2, 3, 4, and away we go. That's right. Password is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, alright, that's done. We did have something just showing up then. Some crazy temperatures. That is absolute insanity. Okay. Not sure if I got another PT1000 sensor on hand at the moment. Okay, let's bring that old chassis in. Okay, let's check the email. Nothing. Alright, they're getting close to me redrawing this on them. Let me guess. I didn't even put a damned header on the button. Oh wow, that is so dodgy. What if I've got another push button I can use? Hey, who designed that? Push button, switches, connectors, wires, fuses. Oh, come on. LEDs, axial LEDs, right down at the bottom because I never use them. Okay, that's not true. I do occasionally use them. Oh, flip's sake. Hardware mounts, clips, caps, resistor, inductor, buzzer, diode, resistor, connector, switches. Blimey, that took a long time. Hey, was that a silverfish? Damn it. Well, Rob, I actually don't know. The person's got an address that is not an Australian... Well, it's not a generic Gmail. It is country specific, so I'm a little worried about that. These are all... Well, that looks like a safer piece of thing for me to use. What's the bet I don't have another push button? Okay. Well, I'll just have to... I will have to solder it on. Oh, yeah. Wow, I can't believe I actually had one. Oh, it's a black button though, it's not red. Oh well. That's fine, we'll live with the black one. Okay. And then we need a piece of wire with a connector on the end of it. Oh, I used to have so many of these. Let's see if I can find them. Might be in this container. Yeah, I don't see how they're wires. Okay, I've got JST. That's overkill, but it's there if we need. More JST. More JST. Well, excuse you. I know the wires that I'm looking for. I just can't... Are they in here? No. Servo wires galore. Silicon flex galore. I'll check the other box. Whole box of old PC front panels. Yeah, that'll work. I've got 2 more wire boxes, so we might get lucky. The big trick is to find them first. Okay, there's 1 wire box. You gotta be kidding. Wait, I think there's one in there. I think. One miserable, sad little one left. Nope, I think I was wrong. JST, servo, servo. Parts that will never get used again. Oh, lo and behold, headers. Huh. Oh, so much for that. I might just have to use this. Suppose I could look for the third one. But I do actually have labels for most of them. I'll show you the side. Ah, here's the other wires box. Let's see. So, oh, that's how most of them are. Lo and behold, more servo wires. Can anyone guess what industry I was in before? Alligator clips, useless things. Oh wow, sorry. Niachrome wire, is it? Cuprothrol, or whatever. Cuprothal? Yeah. Used for cutting stuff. But no, unfortunately the particular wire pairing that I was after, we do not have. What size are you? 0.5 millimeter. That is so colossally thick now to me. What the heck's this? Oh my god, I got ferrite rods. Oh, anyone got use for ferrite rods? Not me. I would say therefore they would suit normal, what do you call it, broadcast radio. Copper salvage, yeah, that would be good. Okay, well, we can use those ends on there, but we, yeah, we're going to clip them off and heat sink on something. The wire's a little bit stiff, that's my only concern. Not that it should be flexing around much in there. This heat shink's probably going to be a little bit big for the wire, but it'll do alright for the actual ends here. 18W. Yeah, Dratron, that's right. The shipping would be stupid, because that's probably about 200 grams or so there. They're surprisingly not that light. Didn't care for climbing towers, no. The climbing's not so much the problem. It's the falling off them that is. Right. You're a little bit aggressive. Try the second one. I must have got it in the middle. That's just... Wow. My wire's getting shorter. There are so few strands in this wire that it actually seems to just... It just clean snaps off like it's some sort of candy. That's junk. Alright, I guess I'm just going to go with the JST then. There are worse things in life I could have gone with. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. This is not the appropriate header, but what we'll do is we'll just offset it by 1. I mean, who's going to notice? We just extract the orange wire. Come on. Okay. Okay, yeah, this stuff's fine. This stuff I have no problem with, but that other stuff was some rando ribbon wire. Okay, let's get the extractor running. Flux. Don't need a lot. It's fine. Heat shrink, heat shrink, heat shrink. Yeah, the number of times that you forget to put the heat shrink on till after you've done a perfect connection. So it's massively too big for the wire. What is crawling on my leg? Yep. Silverfish. Fire truck. Ooh. Sails. I cannot smell that flux at all, the fumes. I'm very happy about that. I did get my order of flux from Amtech too. Oh. Bag of flux. Hey Jason, Cozzy, how's it going down there? Okay, and I've got to finish it off properly. Greg, it's supposed to be the piney one, but quite frankly, I cannot smell it. And so I emailed Amtech, and and I checked with Tim Herman as well, and everybody's saying it should be the pine-scented one, but I really cannot smell it. I mean, I do not have COVID. My sense of smell is perfectly good, but to me it smells more like burnt dishwashing liquid. Like if you do something, like you just squirt dishwashing liquid onto a frying pan and you don't get it all off, and then you stick the frying pan back on the stove and it burns that the dishwashing liquid. That's what it smells like to me. What, have we got audio problems, or is Steve K just messing with me? Except it's not the Red Button Show, sadly. Yeah, that's what it smells like to me. So, let's see. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, which is which? Crap. Okay, PT1000 is the one furthest from the LCD. Okay, so this is the button one. And what I might try to do is, for the sake of experimentation, I'll put a 1K resistor on that PT1000. And that should give it roughly, I think, 25. Yeah, it should be coming out at about 25. Because naturally I don't have a 1K handy, so I'm going to use whatever I've got handy. No, I got it directly from Amtech. Nah. I need something like an 805 size to make this. Oh, no, wait a second, I don't. I'll just drop it between the pads. Doink. Switch to microscope. My chair keeps sinking. Alright, that's better. Okay, we've got 1K5, so I'm not actually sure what value that will give me on the temperature scale. Greg, yes, it does have the American flag. That's the thing. That's what's so confusing. Everything that it should be, it is, except for the smell. Like, it's got the freshly made bubbles in it. It's got the American flag on it. Ah, niemand. I feel like I'm making this harder than it should be. Yeah, so by all measures that we can measure, I should have the new one. Forget to remove it, yeah. That can easily happen. And I actually hope that it is a PT1000 I'm using, not a PT100. We'll find out. Actually, I can just measure it off the... Yeah, okay, that's good. Overhead. Okay, this is perhaps also the next dangerous phase, because this is the part where I will start, as it goes up this way, this is the part where I will start actually switching the output power, so the triac will begin being used. Need something to prop up that. Yeah, cheap nasty SSD. Good enough. Yes, this one does have the UV tracer in it. I actually rely on the UV tracer quite a bit, because when you take it out of... That's weird. When you take it out of the ultrasonic cleaner, it's a very quick and easy way to see if there are any areas that did not get suitably covered. Washed, I should say. Yeah, let's see how we go. Ooh, where's my glasses? This is not fixing a toaster. Okay. Power on. Alright, something's completely mangled with that software. Trying to interpret what I'm seeing there. I just realised it's not even actually showing me the initial startup screen that it should. It's definitely looping though, because we saw it change to a 1 just before. It looks like 2011 and then 72. Okay. So I think we've got firmware issues to deal with yet. Many thanks to Clive, Big Clive, for using those things so that it actually gave me a chance to know what to use. Not that I imagine is and come wandering around here, let alone looking this far into the stream. Okay, time to check the email. What? Request for report. Ah, scumbag. Goddamn spammer. Alright, time to die, buddy. Report spam. Danke. Yeah, okay, look, we've got no email, so I am actually going to redraw this. And I apologise if the person was legit, but, yeah. Why have I got junk in my keyboard? Ow, ow, ow. What is that even? No, no, not the legs. There we go. No, still the legs. There we go. Alright, actually, I'm going to just quickly race off for a minute or two. And I just want to double check this email because I'm going to be upset if it turns out to be this particular message. So if you can give me 2 minutes, well, you've got no choice. I'll be gone for 2 minutes. I'm stuffed. I hate it when you have in your mind an email that you know you've sent and dealt with and you cannot find the damn thing. That is very frustrating. Okay, I need to now find out which window that was. Compact. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, here we go for the next one, and hopefully we've got a winner this time that I can actually confirm. I'm just going to have to keep trying. So, and we have Matt Lepaglia. Seriously, this better be this better be someone I can recognize. Okay, select. I am okay, and it's confirmed. I'm going to send Matt. There was a huge spider and rat. Oh, cool! Excellent, excellent. Naturally, this is too late. I really should have done this much earlier. I need extra flexibility to restore Windows version license pop up into the blah blah blah. I just got to help out this person. Hopefully I do not reveal information about this. What the hell? Right, well, now we've got to wait to see if we hear from Matt. Hopefully we get a response within 10 seconds. Let's get back to doing this stuff. Okay. Yeah, Karen, there weren't a huge number of people in it anyway, but it's all good. Okay, let's bring that window back up. Okay, and we're back to where we were. I just realised I've got a schematics page. It's going to be easier this way. The raffle policy is wrong. It is necessary to play between those who are online. What? Oh, right, I see what you mean. You're making people have to be here. Jeffrey, you are correct. This is the I'm Easy type. They don't make this particular one anymore as far as I know, but they do have very similar ones. Anyway. Okay, so basically it should start initially with this stuff here. Ooh. Oh, I know now why. I understand now why I am doing the double clear. Okay, the reason why I'm doing the double clear up here is because it actually was a line break more than anything else, and it would just move down to clear the actual individual line. It wouldn't clear the whole screen, whereas LCD clear screen clears the whole screen and returns the cursor to the top. Right, so yeah, I'm trying to see. Waiting for the start button to press, so the phase is right. Okay, about that. I don't think we'll clear it until we get to there. And the actual output is generated, it should be generated by the interrupt. Get temperature. Yeah, so this is the interrupt. It's a long interrupt, but I'm not doing much in the main loop, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, Daniel. And this is why we're getting nothing. Because I missed one string. God damn it. Always something, isn't it? And the formatting's terrible. Okay. Now I'm kind of curious. This is going to be weird. How I can't remember if LCD put S actually line breaks or not. C tag. Let me guess. I don't have C tag. So the apt install C tags. Universal. Yes, we're programming the board drive. And I only just installed this machine today, so a lot of the development stuff that I normally have is not here. Okay, let's see if that works. Yay, it does. LCD put C. Okay, so as long as we don't have a line break on there, it's going to be fine. But we do have a line break there. Okay, so that'll be line 1. And then... Okay. I think to stop confusion, I'm going to get rid of these functions. And that way... Vim has changed its behavior here. It's jumping ahead while I type the search string rather than waiting for me to finish the search string. And that's sort of handy, but it does mess with my head. Jessica Electronics, it's over now, but the next one, I have a website that is quite simple. You just put in your email and your name and that's it. and then you've got to confirm, of course, that. Alright. Okay, let's flash this damn thing. In a legally acceptable way, that is. But yeah, I don't have a competition running at the moment. This one has just finished. I don't know why I have to double think this every time. Okay, the red light says go. Hey, my K key just stuck. Oh, what's going on there? Broken pipe. Oh, I do not like broken pipes. Error reading signature. Something very wrong there. What? I wonder if that 1K resistor we put on there is... I don't know, I didn't check to see if it's one of the programming lines. We'll just get rid of it. Okay, what's going on here? It can't possibly be because of the button. Broken pipe. Okay, I can only... We'll try a reset. Okay, that's good. Oh, come on. I've just noticed it's killing it. Okay, it's back to life there. Yeah, for some reason, I must have just touched the wrong wire, the wrong place. Let's actually see if it gives us any output. No, still the same crap. It's not supposed to do that, it's supposed to just come up with that introductory message. Yeah, it's just supposed to come up and say press start. So phase, press start. So phase 0 string should be press start. If we come in here, okay, what am I reading here? You want a red button. Can't have everything we want. So press start drawing, press reset. I'm kind of confused about what I've got here. It's like I've got different code. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I think. Okay, this is more of my goddamn special code from the previous job. Yeah, this whole stuff here, it's not right. It's just supposed to be this. See this whole 201 business and all that? That's not meant to be there. That was positional information. Like it would tell the cursor on the LCD where I wanted it to go. That explains that. Okay, it's programmable. Yeah, amazing how you get a flashback to what you were thinking 15 years ago. And that's not always quite so easy. There we go. So yeah, that was what was happening. Not this crap again. And yet, strangely, I'm still getting that crappy data. Could be a long stream. Yep, go make yourself a black one. Okay, I'm still getting that crappy data out, so maybe I'd make clean. Ah, yeah, okay. It didn't... Why is it not making clean by default? Damn this, my make file obviously sucks. There's simply no other way to explain it. Line 29. Nope. Oh, line 98 rather. And, yep, that explains why. I did have Demont tweezers, but the ones I had were stupidly... Huzzah! We have a win here. So go to the overhead. And apparently it's 570 degrees 6 centigrade. Rightio. And we are off. Off like a bag of prawns in the sun. Actually, I haven't heard Dave Jones use a bit of that sort of terminology. I'll have to check with him. He'll know it. Okay, so we've got our button. We'll plug in some power again, because this is the completely inappropriate way of powering my project. Okay, so press start. And away we go. Okay, we do have a slight problem here where it's not coming up to the top one. And it's remaining off because it thinks the temperature is 576. So we've made some good progress here. And we're going to make better progress now. The function of this device is to turn a normal pizza oven into a board drying oven. So really, fundamentally, this particular mode of its operation is very simple. The actual original design was meant to be a reflow oven controller, and that's what it was originally, and that's what I was using it for. And since I stopped doing manufacturing, I now use it as just a board drying machine. Okay, so I need to basically add Let's see, clear LCD call in the intro. Ooh, I don't like doing that. Not a great fan of clearing the LCD in the middle of this. But you got to do it. Just my wife checking on me and make sure I'm not dead. It's very nice of her. Okay, press the button. I said we press the button. Why you no work now? You were so eager in your youth. Actually, I don't know why it's not. It worked before, I think. Oh look, now we're actually defying all the laws of physics. Okay, so did I get the button on the wrong pins there? No, that's right. I swear it worked before, did it not? I am not doing Fahrenheit. How dare you even suggest that? Okay, why is it not reading that button? And make sure I've actually got the button on the right port. And let's see. Okay, PC1, by the looks of it. Yeah, okay, so PC1, we'll go back to the schematic. Make sure that it has a pull-up enabled. Okay. Okay, but that sounds terrible. Okay. Alright, so there's a slight change there. That should actually be PC1. Or at least I'm pretty sure. What was that? PD6 or something? I don't remember doing PD6 for this one. PD6, no. It is PC1 that I want. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, I probably haven't got the pull-up enabled on it. That's probably what the problem is. Yeah, I don't have the pull-up enabled on it. Well, I think for the original one I did the pull-up externally. Okay, so I think it's DDR-C. I genuinely have actually forgotten if that is how you enable the pull-ups on the AVR. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, here we go. Okay, we're gonna have to redraw. I just got an email back. We're gonna have to redraw. First I'll get this pull-up enabled. Hey creature! Hey creature, enabling internal pull-ups, DDR, X, this it? I'm pretty sure that's it. No? Crap. I forget how you do it. I'm just going to look at my other code, because I know I do it on the other code. Vim... what was a recent one that I did pull-ups on? Oh, no, can't do the USB. Data bit set high on output. Oh, of course. Yes. No, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Mr. Blow myself up. Thank you for the $1. I won't be blowing myself up though. Just set an output port while... It's good to see Creature here. Creature here has known me for a very, very long time. Back when I was doing manufacturing for model aircraft and things like that. Right, anyway, better get to this. Port C. Pot C? No, Port C. Why have I got but port is... yeah, I'm not even going to just... This is a modernized version of my reflow oven creature. Yay, there we go. And it works. So obviously, as I said, yeah, it's showing 576, so it's not going to be so crash hot there. I would have worked it out eventually. Alright. Let's go make another draw. Here we go. What the hell? Why is this just going for the low counters? We've had 5, 4, and 7. This is rigged. I've got circuitry on there to avoid debounce. I remember your, I do remember your pop-up toaster. I tried a pop-up toaster as well. I don't know if you saw it, but it burnt the living daylights out of everything. It was just too intense too quickly. And then I tried PWing him in the AC, and that didn't do very nice. Didn't do nice for the power lines here. Alright, I gotta see what... Let's see. Dion Zviers. Well, looks like I'll be emailing Dion now. I'm starting to get disappointed at this. This is becoming a real dud night. Yeah, there was only 43 entries, so I thought most of them would be Australian, but it seems like so far we've just hit 3 duds. It's going to get to the point I might just have to pick someone myself. Alright, so this part now works, so we have to put it all back together. Try not destroy ourselves. And hopefully it will not go kablammy bang. Well, that's the sort of noise you don't want to hear. Yeah, Creature, this is my original one that I made all those years ago. It's, yeah. Kind of scary. Time to disassemble it. I have a horrible feeling that my new one is going to melt. Just, call it a hunch. Which is why I've got all the new fire extinguisher stuff and everything in the house. Man. This was a hell of a lot more complicated with the wiring, which is a big reason why I wanted to make the simplified version. I've just hot glued that transformer down. At least I put it over the cooling vent. Let's see, I need a flat blade. Keep pulling until you get someone that's watching the stream. I'm starting to think that, Cohen. I'm starting to think that. But the question is, I doubt there's anyone in Australia watching this stream right now who participated. Okay, well, that's the gizzards, 15-year-old gizzards. So how's the supply solved for the new one? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Ask me a question I understand. John's in Australia. Well, we'll give this person a chance first to reply. Looks like I'll be doing some other kind of mods here. Alright, so inputs here, we've got it's switched, it's fused. And okay. It's active on the inside. I will tighten those down a little more later. Or maybe like now. I need a Phillips blade that's got a little bit of beef in it, but not so beefy that I can't use it in there. Maybe I can use the flat blade. Creature, yeah, it's displaying, it's powering the display. I'm using, that there is a fully self-contained power module, so it will do 220 down or 230 down to 5 volts. It does everything. So it's some sort of switch mode unit. That was a long time ago we made that. a long, long time ago. And I'll tell you what, it certainly made me many tens of thousands of dollars. New section, first person to yell out loud, "Pick me," wins the screwdrivers. The screwdrivers. I believe so. It's a, well, here, you can check. It's a Meanwell 47122. I'm fairly sure it is isolated. I mean, I guess I'm going to find out. Sounds terrible, Paul. Not as far as I know, no. Okay, now I do actually have to be a little bit careful here. I think I might hot glue that into place when I'm done. I want to... I kind of want it to be this way, so that all the dangerous stuff is away from me. Oh, and this is the temperature sensor. Wow, that is quite something. Might just rig it up here. But you don't grip. JCT, it's only because I'm just working on this right now. When I get to the final form, I probably will. So I can't do everything while in the prototype stage. Like I said, I don't actually have any ferrules at the moment for those. They are soldered, but that's not really too crash hot because that solder will fatigue away. Let's see, my display panel is upside down. All in good time. All in good time. Oh, creature, thanks, cool. Good to know the metal bezel. But then you don't get your tingly feelings. That sounds very wrong, actually. Especially on Valentine's Day. Next time I get an order from Element 14, I'll put some ferrules in there. And that will ensure that all goes well. Okay, at this point, I basically have to bring the oven here. Because there's no other way I can really provably test it. Oh, creature, I do have one of these too, by the way. I was testing with one of these. Gave myself the false confidence I needed to power it on. I was going to use hot glue, to be honest. Okay, now this oven is a bit of a beast. It's a beast because it is not easy finding something that will dry 1700 boards. Crap. It's so big you can't even really see it. Okay. So it's 45 litres capacity. These are the leads from the PT1000. We'll add it in hot snot the board. I could have, I probably will. Okay, I really need to knock those off, and I probably should put a grommet into there as well, but it's not like that cable moves. I guess there's always the first time. Yeah. And I am actually going to need an extension lead. Let's see, we use the air conditioning one. No, that's not going to be long enough. What else we got? Oh, cool. I've got a very long extension lead, and I've got my butt in the camera. Sorry. I'm just going to move the trolley out of the way, so if anything catches on fire, I can grab the fire extinguisher. Dun, dun, dun. Trip over the chair trying to get out and saving my life. Sounds good. Right, I did not know I had this great big... Oh wait, it's... Oh, it's going to my compressor. Well, that can suck it. B-Blood's leaving just as we're getting interesting. That's his loss. Hey, Six Skills. Is this on or off? Okay, that is actually on currently, and I think I actually might leave it like that. There's a dead gecko underneath the oven. You obviously got a bit too hot. Okay, it's plugged into the power board, but it's actually plugged off. Okay, I'm kind of nervous. The real trick is going to be when I activate the oven. Okay, so I've got to set the oven for 20 minutes plus, and that triggers it internally. Actually, you know what? Safety first. Turn that off. I'll tell you why in a moment. Power on. Alright, so the very first thing that comes to mind here is that I think that is actually a PT100 sensor, which means I need to use a 1K resistor. But because it is such a low value, I can, if I press that button, it will trigger it on. So it actually already is on anyway, or wants to be on. That's weird, shouldn't actually do that. Okay, let's stand back and wait for fire. Here we go. Not seeing any power. No, it's not working. Yeah, that's not working. Not quite sure why, to be honest. And I'm not really game to probe anything to find out why. Could my track be backwards? Okay. No, the resistor bypass got knocked off. Let's see. I can't test the meter. Yeah, it's definitely not running. Okay, so I need to change the resistor to a 1K for the PT resistor. And yeah, I don't know, maybe my track is backwards. There's a couple of things I can test. Like from this side, I can check to see if I am driving that track. Oh, I'm in resistance mode at the moment though. Damn it. Alright, we're just going to turn it off. Yeah. It's going to take a while. Yeah, it was okay because it was actually showing in the brackets, it was saying on, and so that is meaning it was actually driving the little MOSFET. No, not MOSFET. It was driving the OptiTrack. that to the side. Put the oven back over for now. What might be easier if I put a load on that output, something that I don't have to bring across the room. Alright, first things first, we'll fix up the divider. Although it's not, it is a divider. I was going to say it's more of a bias, but it is a divider. That screws awfully close to the neutral line. The thermal sensor is inside the oven. Let's see. Creature, did you do yours as a thermocouple or as a PT sensor? I seem to remember you doing that as a thermocouple for yours. I believe mostly because you already had such a thing on hand, whereas I didn't have a thermocouple in it. Something resistive, yeah. Okay, 1K 603. And we have a 1K 603. Hey, Tech 32. Yeah, this is not really the way to be doing this stuff, but I don't really feel like disconnecting. I don't have quick connects or disconnects on those wires. Okay, that solves that. Now the only thing that immediately comes to mind is maybe my 330 ohm. Oh, so 330 ohm, where's... Like I've got a 330 ohm resistor going to that driver. Oh, whatever. Let's have a look. Schematic time. Crappy schematic time, but schematic time nonetheless. Okay. Yeah, see, I know I've got that written as 10K, but... Oh, you know what the problem is? Probably. I probably don't have the output pin set, like PD7. Yeah, PD7. And I'll bet you in the code I've got something else other than PD7. These, yeah, oh, crikey, you can't see. These displays here, 16 by 2s, yeah, I used to buy them by the 100 when I was making the, what was it? I had that internal resistance meter for the batteries, for the lipos. So, yeah, I'd buy them by the 100. I got them pretty good price too, I think about $2 a piece or something like that. Anyway, let's have a look at the source code, because I'm fairly sure we will find that it is not PD7. Hey Paul Gillick. No, damn it. No, this is going to be a real dud. Schematic. Okay. Yeah, I kind of need my keyboard too. Come here, keyboard. And I guess we don't need the fan running anymore. Right. Cool enough without having to... Okay, oven power pin. Yep, we're right. That is why it wasn't going. Okay, we'll just connect up the programmer again. All these little bitty things that you forget about. This is why sometimes repurposing a project can actually end up being more of a disaster than doing it from scratch. Okay. Sorry, just got overhead. Okay, so we're alive again. I thought it was PD7 that I'm on. Yeah, I'm on PD7. PD6 goes off to the serial port that I don't use. Why did I write PD1? Why have I got PD1 there? That's weird. It almost triggered something else. I almost started driving the LCD panel. That's funny. You have to reflash that. I think the most entertaining thing about doing late night programming is all the mistakes that people... Yeah, I've already changed it to PD7. Damn you, slow YouTube. Okay. Alright, right, now I need to find some kind of load. I think probably the simplest thing, the safest thing I can put on there is maybe like just a little USB power wart or something like that. Something significantly benign. Change all the port names to PLD. Yeah. Oh shit, what was that? Paul getting scared of his own shadows here. Okay, so that should light up if it's working. But we don't have the temperature sensor, that's the problem. Alright, that's okay. We'll start small and go up from there. Tiredness in programming, well, it depends, you know, it's speculative. There can be some real genius moments that you then can no longer remember the next day. Okay, just trying to, yeah, starting to get a little bit cocky here. Okay, temperature's right. That's saying it should be on. That's kind of weird. That shouldn't be on at 576 centigrade. So something's not quite kosher there. What I can do for here is I can see if I can find a... Oh no, I can just use some of the resistors. Like if I use something like 300... Yeah. I have no idea what these values are. 330 ohms, 33 ohms. Let's try 330. But yeah, this is certainly the painful side of development. This is why you generally do it in secrecy, because you don't want people losing their heads like, when are you finished with that? Okay, I get the feeling that's actually not reaching in. Maybe, maybe. Yeah. Still measuring 576. Crap, Paul, you're gonna die? Yeah, right, I don't know what's going on there. Why do I get the feeling now that maybe... Oh, shite, I don't know. Let's go back to the programming. How many other ports and pins did we get wrong here? .330 will be in the minus. For the 1K... sorry, for the 100 ohm... Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah, you're right. I need something like 39 ohms, which I do have. Or better yet, just 100 ohms. Well, you know what I should do? People are like, I wish you'd just shut up and sort this out. I'm just going to see if I can... God damn it. Wires aren't long enough. I'm going to measure the resistance of that sensor. Fortunately, I've got some extension leads for probes, which are really cool because they can short out if I'm not watching what I'm doing. Okay, what resistance have we got here? Okay, so 109, that makes... You can't see that, damn it. Okay, so we've got 109 ohms coming out of the oven at the moment. So that... I do wonder, maybe I'm actually supposed to be using 100 ohms for that pull-up. I do remember sort of thinking, oh well, I'm just going to bleed off a bunch of energy, but I'm not going to run it constantly. Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be 100 ohms for that pull-up. And so you get 200, 250 at 5 volts, so what is that, 5 milliamp draw? Alright, that's my next theory. Knew I should have done this from scratch. Too late now. Oh, we do want to check what that port is though. It should be on ADC0, PC0. Let's see. I actually don't know if... Oh yeah, okay, we're cool. ADC0 is what we're set, so that's fine. So that is actually a rare time where we got it right. Yeah, I'm definitely using a PT100. I think in my later projects I switched over to the PT1000 precisely because of that. I just didn't like the excess draw. It's fine if you've got an ADC that has, say, 12-bit resolution, then you can just sort of get away with... anyway. Okay, so we need to change that to a 100 ohm resistor. At least I think so. Let's see if I explain my... Okay, so I get it, and divide by 8. So I get the value, it'll be somewhere between... now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, like I said, the new ones I've got... The new things I do are all 1000. But yeah, this one in the oven, it's still the original sensor. So yeah, okay, so 100 ohms we need. We also need some skill in removing it. 100 ohm! 100 ohm! 100 ohm! Let's see. I mean, I will have 100 ohm around the place. I'm just wondering whether I can get away with 300. Nah, come on, man. 150, 10. Are you kidding me? 220. It's just toying with me here. Let's see, 15 ohm, 20 ohm, 150 ohms. You're killing me. 300, 150. Clearly, it's too much to ask for a 100 ohm resistor. 150. At least I hope that's what I have actually programmed for this. Oh, I know what I can do. I can have a look at the original board. The original board will actually tell me. I have a reference. Hot tweezers, yeah. Okay. Oh, sweet mercy. Indeed. Yep, this is a homemade board. Crazy to think this thing's been running for 15 years. Okay, so what have I got there? Okay, here it is. It's O1B. O1B, I'm guessing, is 100 ohms because O1C is 10... No, that doesn't make sense. O1B, that sounds like 1K to me. Can someone confirm? O1B is 1K? Ah. That one that I just took off, was that... Oh, here we go, we've got some more. If these say O1B, then I'm going to be upset. Okay, but that looks different to their lowercase b. I'm gonna have a look for my 100 ohmers. Yeah, the old Bakelite type boards. Not Bakelite. These weren't Bakelite. What were they? I forget the name of the material that they're made of. But it was cheap. It was single-sided. And I found a stash of about 50 blank boards of it in the shed when I came here. It was my father-in-law's collection. Oh geez, I've got like everything like 1K2. Oh wait, I'm after 100 ohms. Yeah. 120. I have a sneaky feeling that it is meant to be a 1K resistor. I'm taking it you're all actually making me have to go and find out what the compact code is for 100 ohms. Frighteningly, I do not seem to have 100 ohms there. Okay, but does lowercase make any difference? What's 100 ohms? I'm guessing 100 ohms is O1A. Is it EIA 96? Okay, so it must be 100 ohm. It must be a 1K resistor then. Yeah, O1A is 100 ohms, and I see O1B on my old one, so it must be O1B 1K. So there's obviously another problem that I'm dealing with. Fantastic. Yeah, because you can see, unless that's a pull-up. Oh, maybe that's a pull-up. That definitely goes to the serial port though, that's weird. Okay, no, that will be a, no, I know what's going on here. That there's just the positive, and that's the ground, and they're the data. Okay, so yeah, it's coming from the positive 1K resistor to the, yeah, to the temperature sensor. What a cluster job here. What a complete and utter cluster job. I cannot believe that has been sitting in that enclosure for that long. Yeah, it's like half the products that I get from China these days. Oh, you can't see, it doesn't matter. You can measure the original, yeah. No need. We know that it was actually the correct value there, and our fault lies elsewhere. Yeah, I love how I put PT1000 there when it actually is not meant to be PT1000. That's wishful thinking. PT1000 goes there. I'm out of this. I'm out of the fume hood's immediate range. I might just redo those legs on the chip. I doubt it's anything to do with that. It seems to me it's more software related, given that we've had so many other software related issues. Replace the gecko. Need more suction. Yeah, I know there's bridges there. Okay, that looks clear. Alright, to test this, so I would say I should put a 110 ohm resistor or something like that, or maybe 150 ohm resistor. Maybe 120. Yeah, I'll see what I've got here. I've got 150s, that's for sure. Yeah, looks like 150 is it. So I'm just going to drop that 150 in. Kind of tempted to just hot air this bastard in. So harness all the electric static energy. I don't know how well my computations will actually reflect the true value. But we'll see. I'd say it's going to be moderately off. Yeah, it's come up 181. Okay, so we know that's good, but we still don't know why it's actually... Oh, now it says it's off. That was really ugly solder. Yes, it was indeed. Okay, so that's not going to change. Okay. Okay, so we know that that port does work. It is reporting the temperature. It may not be accurate, but it is reporting, yeah, it's responding to it. So what we'll do for the next step is we'll bring the oven back, and then we won't actually drive, we'll just use the temperature sensor from the oven and see if we can get this to switch on. Maybe it's just my really awful connector quality here. That would seem actually far more legit a reason for it not working properly. So it seems like my software was actually okay for that instance. It doesn't get a hall pass though for the rest of the times it was wrong. Actually, you can't really get this sort of thing for $10 in China. You can get something sort of close to it, but you'd have to rig it to make it do what you really want. It's like I remember when I was manufacturing these 5-volt regulators for discus launch gliders, and I had no shortage of people saying, why would we buy that? We can just use a $2 7805 regulator to do the job. Yeah, you're ripping people off, charging whatever I was charging, some stupidly expensive amount. That was really cool, so that I could make profit. Because technically, yes, it was, you know, just a 5-volt regulator, but then there was the subtleties. Oh man, the things are down here. There was all the stuff that enhanced it that made the difference. $12, okay. Yeah, that's getting a little bit close for my liking there. Tolerable. I suppose I better wear my googles again. Goggles. What's the pro resistance now? Let me just put that between my legs. Fuck me. Scared the living frickin' Jesus out of me. Yeah, so 107, 108. That was the timer I set before. I think I might have to go to the bathroom now. Okay, that's not going to work. That's going to just drive it directly. Okay. That is actually pretty much on the mark there. Hey, it's come up. So it's working. You can't see that. But yeah, that's turned on. You can see the data come up. So yeah, we've got a chicken dinner done. Alright, but now comes the terrifying part. Okay, that's... disconnect that. Yeah, the temp's okay. I don't know what happened before. It's just a little weird. Could have been one of those nasty coincidences that can lead you astray. Right, so we are plugging this. By the way, this oven, even though it's, I think it's 1400 watts rated, I'm only using half of the elements in it because I'm only heating to 125. So it's really more like 500-600 watts that's going through it. Just in case a few of you are worried about the load situation, though I do want to scratch the underside off and solder it up so it's a little beefier. Okay, right, so the oven's off. That's there. Okay, press start. Now this is the bang test. Okay, that's not firing off. That is weird. So it has enough power to... Yeah, it's not driving the oven though. That's weird. So I can drive that small unit, but this here is not permitting it to drive. Yeah, for some reason that triac is not switching over. Have I got my triac in backwards? That's the only thing I can possibly think of. But then it should have failed as... yeah. Okay, I'm a little confused. Yeah, I've already done the timer. Oh, press start. That's weird. Oh, it works. I just didn't press the button. It works. I just didn't press the button. Okay, this should now start picking up in temperature in about 60 seconds. There we go, 27. It's on its way up. Paul, what I was thinking of is maybe the load of the oven was causing the triac and everything else to just not trigger or won't stay triggered. But I was wrong, thankfully. So here we go, 44, 46. It was fancy that, eh? I was sitting there thinking it was a dud, but it was actually I just didn't press that damn button. The reason why I didn't is because it wasn't red. Hey, Copaz. Yeah, 63. You should have used something hole mounted. Yeah, probably could have. Still, this is just going to be on the front panel. Now we'll have to see if it can actually switch off. It should be able to. I have had scenarios like if I run the fan in this, it has a hard time switching off, and that's because the fan is inductive and it causes the zero crossing to get confused. And so as far as the triac is concerned, it never gets to zero point for some reason, and it just keeps powering on. Here we go, 120. Okay, so it's already switched off because it knows that there's thermal momentum in the bars. It will overshoot a bit, but it's not too severe. This one, on the other hand, is quite severe. For some reason, the first overshoot is the worst. Oh no, it actually is not turning off. Yeah, it is still on. So that is not turning off. It's stuck on. Oh, I'm actually confused by that because did I accidentally turn the fan mode on or something? No. Bottom heat. Maybe that triac got too hot. Okay, let's see if it actually can disengage. No, the display is reporting what it thinks the microcontroller is doing. So like when that is off, then the LED signal to the driver triac, to that one, is actually off. But for some reason... Okay, so this should be off. Let's see if it is off now. Yeah, so it is actually off now. So the problem is that the triac's getting stuck. I did have an indicator. The temperature was rising still and the light was still on in the oven. So I'm not sure why the triac is getting stuck on. And that's a dangerous thing. Okay, now it is actually cycling it. I can't actually show you the... No, if you look at my hand, you might be able to see it blinking the light on and off. But of course, see, this is the sort of thing you have to work out. Like, I'll probably go back to using the old one after tonight. But this is the sort of thing you've got to try and debug before you put actual boards in it, because if you walk away from this and that triac gets stuck on, you got problems. Fortunately, with this oven, I did leave the thermostat on, still as part of the circuit, so I can set it at, say, 140 and it will kick out. It's the exact problem you had, so I switched to using solid state relay. That's weird. I never had... Yeah. Maybe that particular triac model is no good for it or something. I'm just kind of curious. I've set the temperature down to 0 effectively. Yes, Copaz, you can. I'm kind of curious to see if this will just keep dropping even if it tries to power up. I know the easiest thing, just open up the door. Oh geez, that's hot. I'm just trying to see if the bars are going to keep heating up. Yeah, it kind of feels like they are. Yeah, it is cycling on and off now, but the trouble is if it only has to get stuck once. If it gets stuck once, that's a ruin a MacBook board. Yeah, okay, see, it's stuck again. Previously when it was doing that, I thought it was the inductive load of the fan, but it may not be the case. In which case, I need to find out what the difference is on this. Now, it could be the resistor differences. I will study my old circuit, because my old circuit definitely was reliable. Okay, I'm going to take this away. I don't need a great big fat hot oven on my desk. And I suppose we better check on what the hell's going on with our winners or losers. I may have to actually defer this. Come on. Like I said, it's a big oven. When it's in stuck mode, I should probe the value to see if the triac can... I should. I didn't think of that. I guess I'm a little bit cautious still of probing live circuits such as that. Alright, I'm going to have a look at the original. So basically with the original I had this separate triac board, the driver board. So it would take the signal in from the AVR here. Oh, which one? If that's a zero crossing, that may be the problem. Which one have I got? 3063 versus... Damn it, 3063. So much for that hope. In fact, I think that's actually the same stock. And we've got 33 ohms and 330 ohms. And 330 ohms. Is that 33 or... Yeah, so I've got 33, 330, 330. And what's my... and a BT 137. Maybe the snubber isn't good enough. Ah, crap, you can't see. I'm so used to the automatic switcher. So what have I got here? I've got a 10 nanofarad snub coupled with 330 ohms. Could it be that the track just gets a bit hot? Funny thing is that this one, now that I think about it, this one was the one that was misbehaving when I had the fan enabled. As soon as I took the fan off, it was fine. And I just put that down to the fact that I'm not actually snubbing the main switching. I'm just snubbing the output of this. Let me just check I've got things right. Yeah, Steve, sure. Do you want to fund me for that? I'll do it. Okay, I've got listed here as 39 ohms in series with... Oh yeah, I misread that. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, trigger is the rightmost pin, pin 3. Well, I feel like that's not actually right on this one. I feel like I'm doing wrong on this one. Oh no, my bad. The only difference I have between this and the other one is this here is 39 ohms instead of 33. I can't imagine that be making all the difference. I could probably add some more solder onto the top side there. LED opto not fully switching off. But how would the LED opto not be switching off? Because it's just being driven by the AVR, and unless there's a significant leakage out of the AVR, which I highly doubt. Don't buy a Poshy controller set. Okay, let me just see output here. Oh, Jesus, Paul. 18A. Who knows what that is? Let's find out. 18A. That's interesting. It's only 150 ohms. That could explain why it didn't trigger straight away. 330 could be right on the threshold of what that off the Mach 30 63 can actually work with. So I probably should change that to 150 in that case. But that really more controls turning on as opposed to turning off. A555, stray capacitance, yeah, that would be... I would be more inclined to suspect that, or maybe back EMF collecting somewhere. I'm not sure that would have enough. But to me it really does feel like that triac is getting stuck on. Like, I'm fairly sure that it's not being commanded to turn on anymore, it's just latched. So I guess the question is, why would triacs latch and how to inhibit that latching? Maybe the snubbing's wrong. What's frustrating is that this circuit is actually from the data sheet. Now, I'm not saying that data sheet circuits are perfect. Usually they have tested them to some degree. Usually. Okay, let's go to schematics. I'm just going to check my email too. No, this is a load of bodgy bullshit. Tell me, any Australians in chat who have entered the competition? Any of you at all in here? Hey, Mundo. No snubbing, can't latch. Okay. Basically, the only thing I think of is the only reason why a track wouldn't unlatch is if it feels like it never passes back through zero or something. But the current won't drop back to zero. John's here. I doubt it's a fake or mislabeled. Anyway, Mach 30, 63. If it's a zero crossing, I'll spew. God damn it, zero crossing. Oh, no, it's just a series. Oh, seriously, Mousy, you asleep? Obsolete? Oh, harsh. Six-pin did zero crossfader track opto coupler. Ah. Oh, these are all zero crossing. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, see what other... I've got another model that I ordered. No, not that IP address would be much good. I mean, I do have them, but I don't really consider them to be of any value. What the hell have I got here? Okay, BT137800s. Bridge rectifiers. Like I said, I don't know why I've got bridge rectifiers there. Oh, they're in here. Oh, you can't see. Damn it. So which ones are these? Yeah, these are 3063Xs. They kind of look wimpy, actually, compared to these. The same pitch. Oh yeah, they're just much wimpier. Okay, I'm just gonna schematics. I'm just gonna look up this product code and check the data sheet. 168. Wait, 336. What? 3336. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There. It could be the problem is that I need to just drop that zero crossing. But I could have sworn I actually didn't... I could have sworn I ordered ones that did not have zero crossing explicitly for the fact that I was worried about it getting latched. But even then... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, these are all zero crossing ones. Okay, I'm confused now. It could have been there was a shortage of parts and I just went for them anyway. I see. I didn't even know what package I would put these under. ICs, transistors maybe? Even though they're not, but I'm just trying to think. Yeah, stop screaming. You know, you're kind of buried too far for me to believe that I've possibly put anything in there. The zero crossing is nice if you're trying to switch quite a lot, because then it prevents ugliness on your power lines. But if you're just doing switching maybe every multiple seconds, then yeah, it's less of a problem. Oh, optocoupler. Ah, damn it! You're just you're just a normal optocoupler. You're not an optotriac. I think we might have to give up on this one for tonight. Oh wow, machine pin. Huh. Yeah, I think we might have to give up on this one tonight. And I'm kind of a bit miffed about the... What are you guys? Oh, little solid state relays, but these are teeny tiny ones. Not going to be much chop. It's frustrating because, like I said, yeah, this has worked for many, many years. And I just change it slightly and everything goes to hell. How normal. How very, very normal. Not sure what these are. Switcher. Oh, that's for switch mode power supplies. That other thing I looked at. It's that 8-pin dip type chip with a pin missing. Newsacat? That's actually sadly very true. Would you like an award for the insight? Oh, well, you know, I think we've all got colossal parts bins of waste. And we never seem to have quite what we want. Oh no, you're a 4N35. Okay, no, you're useless. Yeah, I would say, for whatever reason, it's possibly something to do with the zero crossing. Although, yeah, I just don't get it. Because I would figure, and feel free to correct me on this, I would have figured that if you're no longer supplying... Oh wait, no. Once power starts going through that, it doesn't matter if you turn that off, it will still continue to go through that until the current drops to zero. So that is why it potentially may not be switching off. Now, the right thing for me to be doing here is to start probing around and seeing what's going on, but I will admit that I'm a little hesitant because it is mains voltage, and it's not something I actually want to do on a stream. Not because I don't want to be caught dying on stream, but rather because I'll be distracted on stream. That's essentially what it is. Okay. So I'm basically just looking for a non-zero crossing one. So 3032 maybe. I can get them tomorrow or the day after. Interesting, they've got explicitly non-zero crossing. Let's see, these are all 5-day delivery, 5-day delivery. Wait, what? It may be that the previous one was simply, for whatever reason, just through component tolerances, it was fine. But it is interesting because I am using the actual old parts. And the only difference that there is in this particular one is that the snub capacitor and resistor, they're the only thing that's different. On this one I'm using 10 nano. Am I? Or did I just pick up something random and assumed it was 10? It's going to suck if I put in a And that was way too big. Or way too small. Paul Glick, because with, I mean, yeah, you're right, zero crossing will make it quieter, but the downside of the zero crossing circuitry is if you do have noise, it can prevent it from actually switching off. That's basically what the problem is. Okay, so that is 10. So yeah, the only real difference here is on the other one I'm using a 33 ohm, on this one I'm using a 39 ohm. Well, that's and I don't really think that would be sufficient. Okay, that some joins there aren't fantastic, but the bottom side's okay. Yeah, so if you're dealing with a load that has, some sort of inductive portion in it, then zero crossing, or capacitive portion, zero crossing can get messed up pretty bad with that, and it will never switch off. The snubbing there is just, like I said, it's for the opto-triac to the triac. And I gotta admit, the main reason I put it in there is because it was recommended. Let's see if they have any... Oh, cheating bastards, they don't have any cheat sheets for me. These guys might. Okay, interesting. They're actually... Yeah, 10 nanofarad. Oops. Okay, these ones don't apply. We want 36. Oh, sorry, 63. Yeah, there's no snubbing required for resistive loads, but that's typically with the actual output, the main line, as opposed to the driver side. Because the snubbing circuit... Oh, right, this is why it's not coming up. So let's come back up here. This... damn it. What is going on? Okay. This snubbing here is not, as far as I know, it's not actually for the load. It's for this driver track here, as far as I understand. Or is it for the load? Oh, F me. I read it somewhere. Oh, okay. Actually, this is interesting. For highly inductive loads, which is not, change this value to 360. Okay, that's interesting. So for more inductive loads, if you increase this, it will tend to help a bit more. Doesn't really actually play in our favour in the fact that we are using a 39 compared to previously where we used a 33. 240. Oh yeah, good point. Thank you. Okay, well that's fine, yeah, because I have been... Okay, so this one does 360 and 330, whereas other ones do 330 and 330. But I kind of think that maybe... Yeah, to protect the track, yeah. maybe this is intentional for the fact that it provides a slight bias relative to the gate pin. I guess I'll just fiddle with it tomorrow. I'm sort of getting late now. But yeah, I know in other circuits I've seen it's been 330, 330, but this one's 360 and 330. And I'm thinking that's so that you have, yeah, it's sort of like, say you have a bit of bias, a bit like when you're using a motor start cap or a split phase motor run. So it's just got that slight difference to let you actually make progress. Because I'm thinking if they're even, then it's probably a little bit too close. So that may actually be the problem. Oh, I see JCT's now writing. Yeah. I guess he probably doesn't have a 360. Let's have a look. 39. Pardon me. 330. Okay, I've actually got 330 and 300, but the effect will be the same. So I need to actually swap one of the 330s for 300. The W2540 clicks should work. Really? WSUN 8's got a half mil pitch, has it? Anyway, let's go back. Where the fire truck did my... Nope, nope. There they are. That's what I'm after. Okay, so let's see. One closest to the load is the one that has the lower resistance. So we'll put a 300 in place of the 330 for the lower resistance side. Maybe we'll get a little more stability in our switching. Yep. Well, nice to know that what I'm saying is actually what JCT ends up saying too. Okay, so that's going to be R6. And R6 is the one that's going across the track there. Okay. So there'll be this one here. Pain in the ass of pin through electronics. So JCT, do you design mains powered circuits much, or what? Might take the opportunity to actually top up the solder around the top of that triac, just to give it a little more. Okay, that's better. I'm happier now. Right, this is going to be a sodden pain to get the solder out. Mainly industrial control systems. Okay. So in other words, vastly more dangerous than household stuff. Oh, you lousy... How do people like pin through stuff? Really, how can you like this? It's torture. Okay, I saw that pop. Damn it, but it only took half. Absolutely goddamn torture. Yeah, well, I reckon I can get a pin through that. Hey creature, welcome back. Welcome back to progress, maybe, I don't know. Wait for it to cool. It's hard not to say set, but it's like, you're not really setting anything, you're just waiting for it to cool. God damn it. I don't suppose anyone saw where that resistor went. Some people like torture. It does seem so, doesn't it? Ah, found it. That's some really mangy looking holes there. Ain't gonna go in that. More wick. Actually, I wonder if I can do this. Useless. I'm starting to get frustrated. Right, that's much better. I feel like Graham from the other night when he was trying to clear out the holes from his motherboard cap replacements. Utterly frustrating. Right, actually got some clearance there now. Yeah, and there's the cat. Oops, sorry, that's a bit loud. It was the same for myself, but like I said, as soon as surface mount became a thing, I was like, sweet mercy. It's like, I'll take that, thank you very much. And you pinhole pieces of doo-doo can just die already. I mean, I understand, you know, pinhole has its place. It's needed for a great many things. But it's also a major pain in the backside. Like right now. Oh, this is going so well. Yeah. And it's getting hot. Ow. Yeah, it's getting hot. So, you're making fun of me? What I should really be doing is pulling it while I solder it. But it's on the wrong hand for me. So it feels all weird when I'm pulling it with the wrong hand. Yeah, that's not working out. Yeah, surface mount's infinitely easier. I'm actually going to add solder to this. I know it's going to sound crazy, but it will make it easier, funnily enough. There we go. It makes it easier because it means there's enough latent heat in everything to let me get away with doing that. Oh great, I'm at the maximum height for the microscope right now. There's a little bit too much solder on that. Sort of ended up for... It's not a bad joint, it's just an excessive amount of solder on it. Okay, Pez. Alright, so we got the 300 there now. Let's give this another go and see if it misbehaves. What a drama. Oh, let's check our email. See if we actually have a victim yet. Nothing. Unfortunately, I would like to move on and give this to someone else, but I've really got to... I think I'll have to sort something out, and we'll maybe redo it tomorrow night. And maybe I'll just put a clause in and say you got to participate, because this is bullshit. This is complete and utter BS. Now, the reason why I normally didn't want participation rule is because not everybody can be here, because we don't all work in the same time space. But particularly when it's a country-specific one, it's proven problematic. Yeah, well, lesson learned. AS400 was being a butt. Keeps on installing stuff. You mean your client software for the AS400? Man, it's been a long time since I've handled AS400. We're talking 22, 23 years. I always found them to be an impressive piece of machinery, and it was also impressive the way that IBM sort of managed it, because it cost you an absolute arm and a leg for all the management services to look after it, but at the same time, if something went wrong, they would be there. If it throws a drive array or something like that, boom, they're there. They get it fixed up any time of day or night, whatever. It's fixed, and you can get back to your work. And I also like the fact that even though depending on the model, of course, but the seeming apparent processing of power of the AS400, you're like, wow, that's pretty diminutive. It doesn't have a very fancy seeming processor, but the true power is just in the massive amount of data it can shift through its bus. Yeah. Puts a great number of things to shame. Alright. Okay. Here we go. So I'll just zoom in a smidge so you can actually see the panel. Power on. Okay, press start. Oh, I've got to, yeah, okay, we'll start. And then we'll turn on the counter. And we wait and see what happens. Ah, Joe's on. Hey, Defpom, yeah, what are you doing awake? Well, Greg, I'm not. And I'm an Australian. And I'm on the East Coast. Hey, 555. Yeah, it is switching on, but we've got to see if it actually. You won't be able to tell other than if you watch the temperature. If the temperature keeps rising even when that says off, then you know it's not working properly. Or rather, it's working too well, and the damn thing won't shut off. So JCT, do you prefer crimped ferrules or soldered ferrules? Because the ones I used to get, or the ones I've still got somewhere but didn't use, they're soldered in ones. Hey Tim, how's it going, Tim? Don't normally get Tim. See, we've got another part of the royal family here. Tim Herman. Try not paper yourself. Yeah, I've got 20 minutes on this one, Miles, so I should be good. Now we just need Jason Vilmer and Lewis Rossman in here. Oh god, Pedro's here. We're all screwed. What are you doing here this late, Pedro? Shouldn't you be snuggled up with Kitty Cat? Okay, no, it's still, it's still on. It's still on. It's, again, it's stuck. I don't know what is going on there. I think I might have to just call it a night. If this was just normal MacBook stuff, I would probably consider pushing through. But it's mains voltage, so I'm gonna play it safe, call it a night, and we'll try again tomorrow. And I'll order some non-zero crossing ones as well, just to see. So crimp bootlace ones for vibrational environment. Fortunately this has no vibration, so I can get away with soldered ones. Hello, what's this? What the hell, Stephen, at 3 o'clock in the morning? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Time for me to finish up. Yeah, Anonymous, I know, solid state relay can be done, but like I said, this previously has been working fine. We've just got a bug in it, and I'm not going to give up on it just because I've got one bug in it. Or maybe two, or maybe five. Oh, Defcom, how dare you say that word around here. You are on the list of people I will ignore now. Yeah, okay, look, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for persisting with me, and I'm sorry that we didn't get an actual win out of the competition, but we're just going to defer it through to tomorrow, or later today, and we'll see how we go. So once again, I appreciate you all being here. I know it can get pretty boring at times, but thank you for all the inputs and the guidance here and there. It's good to have the experience of people who know what they're doing, preventing me from being a complete and utter idiot all the time. So I'm out of here. You'll take care. Catch you later. Have a good one.